Good morning, friends, and have a good day today. And today we are going to talk about a rubrics that is mind gardening. The garden is not a merely collection of plant. For some people, gardening is work. For others, it is recreation, and for some, it becomes source of peace, creativity, nurturing, and emotional connections. This distinction is important in homeopathic case analysis. When a patient says, I love gardening, the physician should not immediately convert the statement into the rubrics. The real question is why the gardening is important to this particular patient. Does the patient experience joy in nurturing plants? Does gardening provide emotional relief? Does the patient prefer plant to people? Is there unusual fascination with flowers, soil, cultivations, or growth? Does the patient become absorbed in gardening? And does gardening restores the emotional balance? Thus, the patient experience meaning, characteristic symptoms, or repertory. This is important. The literal meaning of gardening is cultivating, growing, arranging, and caring for the plants, flower, vegetables, tree, or the garden. And common meaning, it may be a hobby, occupations, creative activity, relaxation, and practical activity. And the psychological meaning may be it can involve nurturing, patience, creativity, control and organizations, attachment to nature, sensory enjoyment, solitude, achievement, restoration, and emotional regulations. Modern research also investigates gardening and green space in relation to the psychological well-being, although such findings should not be confused with the repertorial evidence. In homeopathic case analysis, the important feature is not gardening itself, but the individualized mental relationship with the gardening. And in the repertory, it should be considered when a patient love or attraction toward the gardening is sufficiently characteristic to contribute meaningfully to the totality. This rubrics does not. This rubrics means the marked love for the inclinations or attractions toward the garden, and it does not mean automatically mean that that mean every gardener, a professional gardener, some who occasionally waters plant, and some who owns garden, or anyone simply enjoy the flower. The characteristics element must come from the patient's own experience and the context. The exact historical evolution of gardening love for within the succession edition and source of synthesis cannot be reliably established from accessible material reviewed. Therefore, no unsupported claim about the original proving source or exact historical introduction should be made. A secondary repertorial source produces these rubrics gardening love for and gives carcinosin, Elaps, Medorrhinum, Thuja, Sulphur, and Tuberculinum. This should be treated as a supporting secondary reference rather than a substitute for verification in the specific synthesis additions being used. In the homeopathy, we should explore the quality of attractions, ask for the patient, nurturing creativity, nature-oriented, solitary, perfectionist, emotional restoration, restored by the plants, fascinated by growth or transformation, deeply attached to flower, and strongly interested in cultivating, unusually absorbed in gardening. The same outward behavior may have completely different meaning. For one patient, gardening is my profession. Another, when I am disturbed, I go into the garden and feel completely peaceful. And for another, I prefer spending time with the plants rather than the people. And these are not necessarily the same symptoms. The patient must be identified the underlying individual expressions. The clinical expressions you can see, it may appear in the thoughts, frequent thoughts about plant gardening, cultivations, and or gardening and planning, feelings, joy, satisfaction, peace, or emotional attachment associated with the gardening, behavior, spontaneous spending substantial time cultivating the plants, and relationship, possibly preferring plants or nature to social interactions, but this must be confirmed rather than assumed. And the work. Gardening may be professions, but occupational necessity alone is insufficient. And emotional reactions. The patient may describe gardening as a mean of recovering from stress or emotional disturbance. And associated interests are love for flower, plant, nature, soil cultivations, or outdoor activity may strengthen the significance of these rubrics when they form the current pattern. The important lesson from this gardening is a relatively specific interest. It can therefore be more useful than a broad rubric such as nature's love for. When the patient characteristics experience is specifically connected with the gardening, however, the two should not be automatically equated. A person who loves nature without gardening, love plants without gardening, love flowers without cultivating them, or love gardening for internally different reasons. A secondary repertorial sort also lists the separate rubrics for flower loves for plants, loves for mind, nature loves for demonstrating why precise symptoms is important. A single gardening rubric should never be used as a sole prescribing of the totality. Then you can make a cross reference with the important relationship like nature loves broader attractions toward nature rather than a specifically gardening. Mind flower love it is attractions toward the flowers, plants it is like that, and gardening loves is a more specific expression when the practical patient characteristics attraction is specifically towards the garden. The practical distinction is if the patient say, I love mountain, forest, river and garden, natures may be the broader characteristic. If the patient say, flower fascinate me, I spend hours arranging and looking at them, flower may be appropriate. And if the patient say, I enjoy planting, pruning, uh, cultivating and caring for my garden, gardening become more precise. So differential features for the rubric analysis is love being the natural surrounding, generally is nature, attraction for toward the flower is plants is flowers, fascinated by plants it is plant, and love cultivating, caring for the garden is gardening, and gardening only because it's only occupation, usually insufficient by itself. Gardening merely occupies occasional recreation, usually insufficient, less unless characteristic, and use gardening specifically for emotional relief, explore the deeper mental state and accompanying rubrics. The key question is what exactly attracts this patient towards the gardening. The answer may reveal the true characteristics symptoms. Now there are important medicines, but I will go for the as a demonstrative rubrics. Carcinosin may occur within the broader pattern of sensitive, nurturing, creativity, affections, and attractions towards nature. The complete constitutional picture must be confirmed. Sulphur may be considered when the love of gardening occur with the broader sulphur picture. Gardening alone does not establish this remedy. Thuja and Tuberculinum may interdifferentiate consideration when that gardening interests form part of their broader individual mental and constitutional pattern. So there are many other rubrics also you can analyze them. So the rubric differentiation depends on uh, the patient may because of the nurturing tendency, another because of the creativity, another because for the love of nature, and another because of the solitude, and another because of the gardening provides emotional relief. So the same rubric does not mean the same remedy. The remedy must be selected from individualizations plus totality rather than from the gardening rubrics alone. The mathematic perspective, tentative and subordinate to the actual totality, so soric expressions may be represent simple pleasure, curiosity, activity, and healthy arrangement, engagement with nature. Psychotic expressions, interest might become more pronounced, possessive, perfectionist or focused on cultivations, abundance or control, but it should not never be assumed merely from the hobby. The tubercular expression, gardening may be associated with the strong attractions toward nature, outdoor activity, variety, movement, and creative engagement when supported with the wider picture. And syphilitic expressions, not a specific syphilitic meaning, should be automatically attributed to the gardening. So now in the coming to the religious and philosophical and cultural perspective, gardening is the universal human dimension in Indian philosophical thoughts. Cultivations can serve as a useful metaphor for cultivation of the mind. What we repeatedly nurture gardening shapes our inner life. The Bhagavad Gita broader emphasis on the disciplined action can illuminate the idea of patient work without excessive attachment with the immediate results. Although this is a philosophical analogy, not a repertorial definition. So gardening also illustrates seed care, growth, patience, and renewal. This makes gardening a powerful metaphor for personal development. But the physician must remember a spiritual or cultural relationship with nature is not automatically pathological. Natural, normal cultural, religious, or ecological practice may not be converted into the mental pathology. Now, the psychological perspective, gardening involves several psychological processes like attention and concentration, sensory engagement, nurturing behavior, creativity, patience, mastery, connection with the nature, routine, emotional regulations, and some individual gardening may function as a healthy coping activity. Therefore, gardening versus psychiatric diagnosis should not be combined together. This rubrics become very useful when the patient spontaneously expresses a strong love for gardening. Gardening occupies a significant place in the patient's mental life. The attraction is persistent and characteristic. The patient describes a distinctive emotional relationship with the gardening and it is supported by the other mental symptoms also. It should not be used because the patient has a garden. The gardening is the patient's occupation. The patient waters the plant occasionally, and it is a culturally expected. The physician noticed the plant around the house, and the patient say gardening to is nice. The physician assumes that the interest in plant love for the gardening. So we have to avoid this. Now, for the case taking, the objective is to discover what does the gardening mean to this patient? So we have to go for the open-ended explorations. Begin with, tell me about the things you particularly enjoy doing in your free time. If gardening emerges naturally, let me tell me more about the gardening. Then the patient own expressions. Explore why do you enjoy the most about it. What do you usually do in your garden? What do you feel about while gardening? What important is gardening in your life? And what makes gardening different from your other interests? Then emotional significance, we have to ask, how do you feel before and during after the gardening? Explore whether it produces peace, happiness, satisfaction, excitement, concentration, relief, emotional release, or simply practical satisfaction. Then individual meaning, if you could not garden for a long period, what would you miss? This may reveal a deeper characteristics. And then relationship with the people, only if a spontaneous relevant. Do you prefer gardening alone or with others? Do you assume that gardening implies solitude? Then relationship with the plants. Are you particularly attached to the certain plants or flower, or do you feel emotionally connected with the plants you care? Then modality and characteristics. When do you prefer gardening? What circumstances makes gardening especially enjoyable? Do you garden when emotionally disturbed? And does gardening change your mood? Then you have to explore the causation. When did your interest in gardening begin? And was there a particular event or period in your life when it became especially important? And do not assume the causation. Then intensity and frequency determine how frequently, how much time, how strong is the attraction. Is it increasing? Is it unusual, persistent? Then normal versus characteristics. Find the finally it is simply a normal hobby, or does it reveal something distinctive about this behavior? So in confirmation should come from the patient's own word, emotional meaning, intensity, circumstances, associated symptoms, and totality. This rubrics become clinically valuable when it is actually acts on a small but characteristic piece of larger puzzle. It may contribute particularly when the case contains a clear mental inclination, a specific relationship with the nature, a characteristic emotional significance, associated general peculiar symptoms, and concomitant. So common error that we can make, selecting the rubrics merely because patient has a garden, confusing gardening with the love for nature, confusing love for the flower and gardening, and assuming gardening means emotional stability or instability, converting the physician's observations into a rubrics without asking the patient, prescribing directly from the rubrics, ignoring the patient's reason for the garden, and ignoring the totality. So key teaching point is characteristics love for gardening is what matters repertorial. Always explore the patient's own experience before selecting the rubrics. And then we have to isolate from the other rubric. Do not pathologize. The same rubric is a component of the totality, not a prescription. And same rubric does not mean the same remedy. So this rubric teaches us an important lesson in repertory. The physician should never repertorize the word before understanding the experience. A garden may represent occupations for one patient, recreation for another, emotional refuge for another, and profound relationship with the nature for yet. Therefore, the true clinical journey is patient experience, symptoms, rubrics, totality, individualizations, and remedy. The strength of the rubrics lies not in the fact that the patient gardens, but it is why the gardening is meaningful and characteristics expression of their particular patient. So this is wonderful rubrics that I have discussed, and we must be careful that it should be differentiated from the related rubrics like love for the natures and the sentimental rubrics. So with this, I conclude the sessions. You can listen me in Hindi also on the different channel, and I hope this will give you a better insight into this rubrics. Thank you very much.